So this is generally one of the wines that everybody knows our winery for. We were one of the first wineries in New York State to make Moscato and the first winery to make it from New York State grown grapes. And this is made from Valvin Muscat. Valvin Muscat is a hybrid that was developed by Cornell and released to the public in 2006. The individual who owned the winery before us had one of the first contract plantings of this on Seneca Lake and began making this wine in a really enjoyable style. Now, when we talk about the chemistry, we did make some changes when we took over. This wine, as it is today, is about 11% alcohol, 55 grams of residual sugar, or 5.5%, and some nice CO2. When we bought the winery, those numbers were kind of reversed. It was around 6% alcohol and 12% or 120 grams residual sugar. I wanted to dial back that sugar. I wanted to balance out the weight of the wine with a little more alcohol. And overall, I think that it's kind of become a defining style for Moscato in the Finger Lakes. So with this, we finish it with, like I said, a little bit of CO2. I tend to drink it as more of a dessert-style wine, so at the end of a meal. Lots of folks enjoy it with their meals. I think more than likely, the way most people enjoy our Moscato is relaxing at the end of the day on a couch, watching some TV. So let's go ahead and taste. So we can see some of the effervescence still just sort of lingering there in the glass. The density of the RS probably keeps them suspended a bit more. Explosive pineapple, tropical flowers. It smells a bit like a luau. There's almost this hint of coconut to it. That's what I mean. The combination of the natural acidity of this wine with the RS make that sugar balance, even though it's high for a lot of folks who don't like sweet wines. It seems like it would be high, but it balances it out. And what a lot of people don't know is carbon dioxide is actually a gas that has perceptible bitterness on the palate. So when we combine that sugar with the higher acid plus the presence of the CO2, we create this balance in this wine that just leaves this luscious, fresh, juicy flavor that makes it hard to beat. I'm really proud of our Moscato. It is a standard bearer for the region. It's a wine that we've had a lot of folks write about, and though it's not a wine that you see in the magazines a lot, in part because there's a little bit of a bias against hybrids, and sweet wines like this aren't typically talked about in those sorts of places. It's one that you'll find the average consumer or your liquor store will be happy to carry because it's delicious. People like it. I love it. So I hope you enjoy it. Thanks so much for tasting.